Back so quickly. Hey, thanks for coming out. I'm going to hold this. I know it's a little hot and we're going to move this program along, but really to all of you who understand what these gentlemen are going to talk with all of us about tonight, you're one of the few, I think, in the world that has your finger on the pulse. And the pulse is just what the heck is going on this planet right now. Who's trying to manipulate us, and why are they trying to do this? And you're going to hear some astounding things tonight. Absolutely astounding. Of course, first, as you know, Tom Danheiser just introduced me, one of the finest producers, a radio host tonight. And of course, here in Los Angeles, one of 500 plus radio stations we're on, but our monster and our home station, KFI here, Mark and Brian back there doing what they do. Thank you so much. In the corner, you'll see a man there with a flowered shirt. He's a member of the CIA monitoring me. Shows up wherever I go. Actually, that's Trevor Oliver, our Senior Vice President at Premier. However, before you clap for him, he came here to fire me tonight, so everybody go pounce on him. On the phone, and it's critical, I think, to the growth of Coast to Coast. But in so doing, it's a lot of work, because I have to come up with a new speech, something fresh to say, especially with the advent of the internet and YouTube. You can't say the same thing all the time. You know, people look at it and go, I was in Seattle, he had the same speech that he did in LA. Albert Einstein used to give the same speech wherever he went. For years, he'd give the same speech. He'd always be in a different city, and this was years ago. Well, one day he's with his chauffeur, who looked a lot like him, and he said, God, I'm tired. I just can't keep giving the same speech over and over again. The chauffeur said, Mr. Einstein, I've got an idea. We kind of look alike. Let me give the speech. And Einstein went, you know, that's not a bad idea. And then Einstein said, let's take it a little further. Give me your chauffeur's hat and coat, and I'll stand in the back like I drove you here. And the guy said, sure, let's do it. So the chauffeur, who is playing the role of Mr. Einstein, is on the stage answering questions, talking, and then all of a sudden a PhD scientist comes up and says, all right, Professor Einstein, tell us exactly about the mathematics behind the theory of relativity. And he looked at him and said, that question is so easy to answer, I'm going to have my chauffeur in the back answer it. Now, a lot of you don't know when I do Coast to Coast, I'm in a t-shirt and jeans, and I wear reading glasses because I'm going to be 58 in 2 weeks. So I have to read some introductions, and we'll get going. First of all, Jay Weidner, cultural anthropologist, filmmaker. He's been called the modern-day Indiana Jones for his exploration of ancient civilizations, and he is one of the best. He has produced, hosted radio shows. He's written articles for many periodicals and journals. He's produced and hosted articles for many other diverse scholars, conferences. He's been all over the place. He's directed the documentary Secrets of Alchemy, The Great Cross and the End of Time. He's produced 2012, The Odyssey, and Time Wave 2013. He is the president of Sacred Mysteries Productions. That's a video production company. And I'm told he landed just 48 hours ago from Egypt. Is that correct? Where he was filming a new documentary special for the History Channel. Jay Weidner. Dr. Roger Leir, a wonderful individual. When you meet him for the first time, he's looking at your body to see what he can remove. He has headed multiple surgical teams, and I have witnessed. Then we have Whitley Streiber, who I got to know when I filled in and then replaced art. And I find him to be one of the finest individuals I have ever known. When we have typed some pilots for sci-fi, and they need a home run hitter to be the guest, who shows up to be the guest, asks for nothing, and he's always there? It's Whitley Streiber. Well, let me tell you a little bit more about Whitley. He's the co-author, of course, with Art Bell, The Coming Global Superstorm, which was the source material, as you all know, for the blockbuster film The Day After Tomorrow. A great, great movie. And it looks. He's explored the origins and the mysteries of the world. I'm not going to give you a long dissertation of Jordan Maxwell because you all know him. But the work on the internet of that movie, Zeitgeist, is based in part on the life of Jordan Maxwell. 15 million internet hits on that already. 15 million. And it's good to have someone like Jordan Maxwell looking over the New World Order's shoulders. And there are many days that he has to look over his own shoulder to see them looking back. When the fine people, Jay and Christian, put this organization together for tonight, they said, so what can we do for you, George? And I said, well, nothing. Coming here and talking to coast listeners is enough for me, except I would like you to do this, you know, because normally I'll get a stipend if I speak, expenses paid when I travel. I said, I want you to do me a favor, so I'd like you to stand up for 1 second, Mr. Maxwell. I said, I would like you to make out a check in the name of Jordan Maxwell that I can give him for my appreciation for everything he's done. Coast to coast and for all of us. So we're going to do that now.
Wow. And
then they sent me the check and I realized how large it was. So I forged your name and I don't have it anymore. So I'm just giving you the letter they sent me. Thanks, Jordan Maxwell.
I am absolutely honored to be able to be on the same dais with you tonight, and it's really a pleasure and an honor to be with you. And yes, you're right, it's cost me quite a bit to do what I do, but occasions like this tonight make up for a lot that's happened in my life. And thank you again for everything.
Thank you. And when you go home and read the fine letter they sent me, realizing that I spent the check and had a great time, you'll thank me even more. No, it's in there, don't lose it. Okay, let's get this going. It's a long night, it's hot, and we're here really to talk about a number of, I've got some other people to introduce real fast. Mike Barrow, of course. Mike, where are you? Stand up.